back. Welcome if you're a first time viewer. All glory be to God. We about to get into it. It was just one thing that's off of our keys to a successful life, Proverbs. Um, the Lord is like the stuff that didn't work out, the doors that were closed, the things that um seem like failures. God was using those things to kind of teach you going through life. A lot of times we have this thing like, why me? Why not me? Why did it have to happen to me? Everybody else get to do all of this, and then it's just me, and I don't get to, I come to a stop with my stuff. And Lord, why me? Why not me? But um the Lord be using moments like that to teach us that's not the way. That's not the orderly way. That's not the legal way that I want you to go about it. Um, and furthermore, if you go this way, I can teach you through an experience how to be patient, how to continue to trust me, or how to continue to trust the Lord, and be more grateful and glorify Him once you get there, right? Because have um he wants us to be at peace. He wants us to be to bask in his, his presence and his spirit and his love and his forgiveness and his grace and his mercy. He wants us to be in that, right? He don't want us to be stressed out. The Bible, the Bible, the Bible don't say nothing about stress all day about what you're gonna wear, what you're gonna eat. It don't say none of that. It's contrary, right? This world is what makes us do that. So if things don't go right or don't work out the way you planned it to work out, and um or you feel like you should have got a position, you feel like certain things should have went certain ways, it's just the Lord protecting you, not just even protecting you, but it's his way of giving you an experience and giving you, like I said, the training ground of the patience, um, his love, his grace, and his mercy, and walking it out and trusting him and so forth. But we in Proverbs 8. Hello, God live in here, family. And we're going to do the NIV version tonight. And we just been going over Proverbs because it's talking about a lot about wisdom and gaining wisdom. It says the beginning of knowledge is to fear the Lord, and it gave us a breakdown of what the fear of the Lord is to hate pride and evil and things like that, and gossip, things like that. I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, and so the reason why I'm calling it keys to a successful life, because he's given us straight out the gate, out the book of how he will make our ways prosperous if we just follow his commandments and get into our word, and get some understanding, some wisdom. So, chapter 8. Does not wisdom call out? It's literally searching us out. Wisdom. Does not understanding raise her voice? Like I just said, like sometimes when we don't get our way or stuff don't happen the way we feel like it should be happening, we going through life's experience. We're going through the Lord's training ground, so that way we can get back to Him and get wisdom, get understanding. But it says, at the highest point along the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand beside the gate leading into the city. At the entrance, she cries aloud, to you, O people, I call out. This is wisdom. I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple, this is simple again, without knowledge or, kind of slow. Gain prudence. You who are foolish, set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true, for my lips detest wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning, all of them are right. They are upright to those who have found knowledge. Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight. I have power. By me, kings reign. By wisdom, kings reign. The Lord said He created the heavens and the earth from wisdom. Wisdom was with Him when He created the heavens and the earth. And it says, by me, kings reign. And He said that He even let Pharaoh reign how he was reigning. But he never did get wisdom or understanding. Did he? If he would have acknowledged who God it was. Or God is. I'm sorry, excuse me. And rulers issue decrees that are just by me. Princes govern. And nobles, all who rule on earth. I love those who love me. And those who seek me find me. With me are riches and honor. With wisdom, there is riches and honor. Okay? Enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness. So, I want to stop right here because let me see how I say this. Having money is not a bad thing. It's saying that when you get wisdom, when you seek wisdom, you find it. With wisdom there's riches and honor, right? But being at a mid-level, you barely paying the bills, or you making it, doesn't mean that you don't have wisdom, or doesn't mean that you're still not prospering, or that you're still not loved by God. A lot of times the world want to make you believe that because God is taking care of you, right? And He's taking care of you, and it seems like you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, or things like that. Like you barely have enough, that you're without God or something like that. But that's not the case. A lot of times, you might have a Job moment, or a lot of times you might be in a wilderness moment where you're where you're going after the wisdom now. A lot of times, he's getting the glory from people that, that try to down talk you, or like, look at them, or I'm doing better than, mocking God behind you because you chose God. And like I said, you're having a Job moment. So don't Don't think because if you're lacking in a season that God is not with you, and don't think that um because you have money that God is with you, and vice versa, right? But anyway, back to this. Um To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight. I have power. This is wisdom. Hey, what's up? I have insight. I have power. By me kings reign, and rulers issue decrees that are just. By me princes govern, and nobles, all who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. This is still wisdom talking. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness along the path of justice, bestowing a rich inheritance on those who love me, and making their treasuries full. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works, before his deeds of old. I was formed long ages ago. Wisdom, this is wisdom. I was formed long ages ago, at the very beginning when the world came to be, right? And this is why the enemy came to Adam and Eve, to beguile them to eat of the tree of knowledge and evil. The Lord already had this wisdom, right? Let me keep going. When there were no watery depths, I was given birth. When there were no springs overflowing with water, before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills I was given birth. Before he made the world or its fields or any of the dust of the earth, I was there. When he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above the fixed securely, the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundary, so the waters would not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth, when I was constantly at his side, I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world, and delighting in mankind. Now then, my children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Do not disregard it. Blessed are those who listen to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For those who find me find life. We can get back to the tree of life, because first we wanted that tree of knowledge of good and evil. We didn't want the wisdom. Wisdom is in God. We wanted the knowledge of good and evil. For those who find me find life and receive favor from the Lord. But those who fall to find me harm themselves. All who hate me love death. Wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. She has prepared her meat and fixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has set out her servants, and she calls from the highest point of the city, let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, come, eat my food and drink the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways, and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. Whoever corrects a mocker invites insult. Whoever rebukes the wicked incurs abuse. Do not rebuke mockers, or they will hate you. Rebuke the wise, and they will love you. Instruct the wise, and they will be wiser still. Teach the righteous, and they will add to their learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. And knowledge of the Holy One is understanding, for through wisdom your days will be many, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you are a mocker, you alone will suffer. Folly is an unruly woman. She is simple and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house, on a seat at the highest point of the city, calling out to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, stolen water is sweet. Food eaten in secret is delicious. But little do they know that the dead are there, that her guests are deep in the realm of the dead. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. Ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the cravings of the wicked. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. He who gathers crops in summer is a prudent son. And see, again, it says that lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bringeth wealth. I done created so many businesses and did some marketing and did some little back to school little things, and with my own knowledge, with my own wisdom, right? And again, like I said in the beginning, like we can be doing some things with our own knowledge and our own wisdom, and it don't work out because that's not what God has for us. That's not what's in his will for you. And then he needs you to learn something before he takes you to the next level that he has for you. He has prosperity for you, right? But if you're not mentally ready, if you're not spiritually ready, it won't go well, because what he has is good, and he can't have you with something good and you got one of his children come up to you and you spewing out poison because you in your pride, you in arrogance, you in error, right? He can't have that, right? And let me speak for myself. So just because sometimes you can work diligently and stuff like that, sometimes stuff don't work out. And sometimes, sometimes the wicked, it seems like they prosper, but everybody has their day. The Lord, his wisdom is higher than ours. Let's see. He who gathers crops in the summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Blessings crown the head of the righteous, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. The name of the righteous is used in blessings, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise in heart accepts commands, but a chattering fool comes to ruin. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Amen. I got a story about that too. Whoever winks maliciously causes grief, and a chattering fool comes to ruin. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers all wrongs. Wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but a rod is for the back of one who has no sense. The wise store up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool invites ruin. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city, but poverty is the ruin of the poor. The wages of the righteous is life, but the earning of the wicked are sin. But the earnings of the wicked are sin and death. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool. Sin is not ended by multiplying words, but the prudent hold their tongues. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is of little value. The lips of the righteous nourish many, but fools die for lack of sense. The blessings of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it. A fool finds pleasure in wicked schemes, but a person of understanding delights in wisdom. What the wicked dread will overtake them. What the righteous desires will be granted. Amen. When the storm has swept by, the wicked are gone, but the righteous stand firm forever. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so are sluggards to those who send them. The fear of the Lord adds length to life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. Bless you. The prospect of the righteous is joy, but the hopes of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a refuge for the blameless, but it is the ruin of those who do evil. The righteous will never be uprooted, but the wicked will not remain in the land. From the mouth of the righteous comes the fruit of wisdom, but a perverse tongue will be silenced. The lips of the righteous know what finds favor, but the mouth of the wicked only what is perverse. So when we on here, so Father God, forgive us. So when we on these devices and we scrolling through social media and all you see is perversion, talking about violence and N-word that and B-word this and slapping people, and you can't, there's no wisdom in that. There's no life in that. It's only death. But it's entertaining. It's going to be entertaining. And it's going to catch a lot of people up in that scenario. Like that woman, that strange woman that wisdom is talking about. But wisdom is standing out there yelling, come to me, get me. I have life. I have prosperity. Come to me, because I was there when the first thing that the Lord laid down before he started laying the heavens and the earth. Come to me, but nobody wants it. They want to go to that strange woman that got her legs open for everybody. Got her bed full of incense and myrrh and fragrances of cinnamon and the fine linen and gonna take everybody down to death and prodigally. But that's it. That's all. Y'all continue to pray for me. I'll continue to pray for y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great evening and great rest of the week. It's about to be Friday. It's Friday. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.